Greetings everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video series we will talk about linear, quadratic and cubic equations. And now first we will start with linear equations. Linear equations are also called first degree equations because the highest power of the variable in these equations is 1. What does this mean? It means that, for example, here we have linear equations and here x has the highest power as 1, right? Because x to the power of 1. And here also we have y plus 4 is equal to 13. We have here y as our variable, and here the degree of this variable is equal to 1. And here also z is the same thing. Z minus 2 is equal to 5, and here z also has the highest power of 1. So that's why we call these kind of equations as first degree equations or linear equations. They are both same. So equations behave like a balance. You have to be careful. So whenever you apply some operations to this side, you also have to apply the same operation to another side. For example, here we have x minus 3 is equal to 7. So to leave this x alone, what we should do, we should add 3, right? If I add 3 here, these will cancel out each other and I will only get x. But when I add 3 here, I also have to add 3 here. Okay, this is like these equations behave like a balance. Don't forget it. So here what we get from here, these cancel out, and here x is equal to 10. It's same when you subtract the same number from, for example, from here. I also subtract the same number also here. For example, here we have x plus 4 is equal to 9, right? So to get this x, I have to subtract 4 here. So same thing, also I apply here, and from here I will get 5. So when you multiply both sides of an equation, you also by the same number, which means you have to multiply both sides with the same number, by the same number. For example, here, to leave this x alone, I have to multiply this one by 6, right? So these will cancel out each other, which means I also have to multiply this part by 6. Okay, so these will cancel out, and from here I will get x is equal to 5 times 6, which is equal to 30. Okay, so when you divide both sides of an equation by the same number, what you do, for example, here we have 3x is equal to 21, and to get x I have to divide this side by 3, which means I also have to divide this side by 3, right? So these will cancel out each other, and from here I will get 21 over 3, x is equal to 7. So you have to be careful with this. Don't forget, equations, they behave like a balance. So whatever you apply the one part of the equation, you also have to apply the same operation to the another part. Okay, just don't forget about it. There are some steps to solve these equations. First one, you relocate terms. Second one, to simplify, and the third one, to clear the x. So let's look at this example and let's go step by step. We have here 4x plus 2 is equal to 14 minus 2x, right? So first step, to relocate terms. It means you group the terms with the unknown on one side of the equality and the constant on the other side, okay? In this step, it is necessary to group the similar terms. You can never group terms with x and numbers as here, because you can't operate them, right? Because you don't know x here, so how you can operate this? You cannot. So it's important to group the terms with the unknown on one side of the equality and the constants on the other side. Okay, let's do this then. How I do this? 4x plus 2 is equal to 14 minus 2x. So I I carry this +2 to this side and this -2 to the other side, okay, because I have here 4x and I have here 14 as my constant, so I put the constant on one side and the unknowns on the other side. So let's do this. 4x, okay, when I put this -2x to this side, this minus becomes plus, right? So plus 2x is equal to, I have here 14 and this +2. When I put this +2 here, this plus becomes minus, right? Okay, so what I did, I relocated the terms. Okay, what is our second step? To simplify them. How I do that? Okay, let's find these two parts. Here I have 4x plus 2x, which is equal to 6x, okay, is equal to, I have here 12. So here to get rid of this x, I have to divide this part by 6, which means also I have to divide this part by 6, right? So this is to simplify this equation. So when I do this, I get from here x as 12 over 6 is equal to 2, right? So I simplify and I also clear the x, which means clear the x means we have to leave the x completely alone. So after simplifying them, I just left x alone here. So this is a very easy example, but in some examples you will see, like, you will get some other different types of examples, and they are much harder than this. We will see in the other next coming videos. Let's continue with this example. Here we have 10 plus 2 x plus 1 is equal to 4x minus 4, 2x minus 2. So here, first thing you have to do is to remove the parentheses. Okay, how we do this? By multiplying the number in front by the members within the parentheses. Okay, let's do this. Here we have 10 plus, so we multiply this number by the members within the parentheses, okay? So here we have 2x plus 2. 2 times x is equal to 2x. 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Is equal to, here we have 4x. Here, same thing we do. We minus 4 times 2x is equal to minus 8x. Minus 4 times minus 2, it's plus 8, right? When you multiply minus by minus, it's equal to plus 8. And then from here, what we do, first step, to relocate the similar terms, right? So let's do this. Here, how we can do this? Here we have 2x, we have here 4x and minus 8x. Okay, let's put the unknowns here and the constants here, okay? So 2x, I put this plus 4x here. When I put this side, it becomes minus 4x, and this minus 8x becomes plus 8x is equal to, I have here 8, and this 10 goes as minus 10 because this is plus 10, right? And this plus 2 goes as minus 2. So we relocate them. We relocated them. So after this step, we will simplify, right? So okay, let's calculate this. We have here 2x minus 4x minus 2x plus 8x, which is 6x, is equal to here minus 2 is equal to minus 4. So we simplify these two parts, and now we have to clear the x. How we do that? Do that? We divide each side by 6, right? When I divide each side by 6, I will leave this x alone, is equal to minus 4 over 6, or this is also equal to minus 2 over 3. Okay, let's continue with this example. Here we have 3x plus 1 over 2 plus 1 minus x over 6 is equal to 7x plus 4 over 4. So in this kind of questions, the first thing we have to do is to obtain the common denominator of all the denominators of the equations, okay, of equation. So both from the first member and the second member. In this case, I'm going to choose 24, even it's not the minimum common multiple. So you will see that you can choose any denominator as long as it's common, okay? So to make these 24, this fraction I have to multiply by 12, this fraction I have to multiply by 4, and this one I have to multiply by 6, right? So I write here, so 12 times 2, it's 24, plus 4 times 6, it's 24, is equal to 24, 6 times 4. So let me write with another marker. So here we have how we do this: 12 times 3x plus 1. Okay, so here 4 times 1 minus x, and here 6 times 7x plus 4. Okay, so these becomes in the these we put them in parentheses. So here after this we do the same thing as we did before. We just distribute this number multiplying by this, and from here we will get 12 times actually, so 12 times 3x, it's, sorry, it is 36x, okay, plus 12, right, over 24, plus, when you time 4 times 1, it is 4, 4 times minus x, it's minus 4x over 24 is equal to, this is 42x plus this is 24 over 24. So at this point we can eliminate the denominator directly. Okay, we can eliminate these. Why? Because they are the same. When you do cross multiplication or the other operations, you will see that you can cancel this denominator. So here we cancel this, and then from here we get 36x plus 12 plus 4 minus 4x is equal to 42x plus 24. So at this point, what we do, we relocate them, right? So we put the same, we put the unknowns on one side and the constant on the other side. So let's do that. We have here 36x. Let me write it here. 36x. What else we have here? Minus 4x. Okay. So I put this 42x to this side, and it goes as minus 42x is equal to, here I put constant, here I have 24, and this plus 12 goes here as minus 20, and this plus 4 goes here as minus 4. So here let's see what I left here. It's 36x minus 4x, it's 32x, minus 42x, it's minus 10x is equal to, I have here 12 minus 4, and this is equal to 8. So I relocated them, and then I simplify as this, right? Now I will clear the x. So to clear it, I divide both sides by minus 10. So from here I will get x as 8 over minus 10 also minus 8 over 10, which is also equal to minus 4 over 5. So these are the steps you need to follow to get the right answer in these kind of questions. Okay, let's look at this example. Here we have 8 over x plus 1 is equal to 2 over x plus 4, and x is s. So same logic also we apply here. So we put the unknowns on one side and the constants on the other side. So let's do that. Here we have 8 over x, right? And here we have 2 over x. So I put 2 over x on this side, and it goes like minus 2 over x, because here it's plus, and when I put on the other side, it changes its sign. So it's equal to, I have here plus 4, and here I have plus 1, and I put this side, it becomes minus 1. So here 8 over x minus 2 over x, since they have the same denominator, I just do the subtraction here. So here I will get 8 minus 2, it's equal to 6 over x, which is equal to 4 minus 1, it is 3. So here at this point we will apply the cross multiplication. What is the cross multiplication? Let's say we have a over b is equal to c over d. Cross multiplication means a times d is equal to b times c. Okay, so we apply this rule here. So when I multiply, when I cross multiply, don't forget here this have 3 over 1, right? Because 3 over 1 is equal to 3. So from here I get 3x, because 3 times x is equal to 6 times 1. And after simplifying, I will leave this x alone. To leave this x alone, I divide both sides by 3. And from here, x, I found 6 over 3, which is equal to 2. So in this kind of questions, you use this cross multiplication, and it's very simple. You just multiply these cross parts with each other. So let's see, linear equations with two unknowns. Okay, so in this kind of linear equations, we only have one unknown, right? It's x. But what if I have also another unknown? So here, for example, we have x plus y is equal to 0. So I have x, and also I have y here. So it is said that it is a linear equation with two unknowns, and linear because there are not quadratic or higher terms. So both these x and y, they have exponent as 1, right? They don't have any exponent as 2, 3 or higher terms. That's why this is linear equation, but with two unknowns. So this equation does not have a unique solution, meaning that there are more than one combination of values of x and y that satisfy this equation. For example, here possible solutions are, it can be like 1 minus 1, right? Because when you put 1 here and also minus 1 here, you get 0. This is x, this is y. And it can be 2 minus 2, it can be hundreds, it can be minus 100, and etc. So you will have more than one combination. You can have more than one combination, and you can have more than one solution. So let's see the methods to find these x's and y's. Our first method is to elimination. So we will try to eliminate one of the two unknowns. Then we will get an equation with one unknown, and after that we will be able to solve our question. So how we can do that? We can add them together, we can multiply them together, or we can divide them together. For example, here we have 3x plus y is equal to 20, 2x minus y is equal to 10, right? So when you see, like if I add these two equations together, Okay, so you will see that 3x plus 2x, it's equal to 5x, right? But here plus y minus y, they will cancel out each other, and I will just get 5x. So 5x is equal to 20 plus 10, it's equal to 30. And to find x, I divide both sides by 5. When I do that, 30 over 5, I get 6 as I get x as 6. Right? After that, it's very easy. You just go put this x in this one of these equations. Let's do here. I have 3x plus y is equal to 20. So when I put 6 instead of x, 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Plus y is equal to 20, and from here I find y as 2. As you can see, when I add them together, I cancel out these y's and I found x, and after that I just put this value in one of these equations, and then after that I will be able to find y. So let's look another example. Here we have 3x plus 4y is equal to 10, and 2x plus 6y is equal to 20. So here, let's see, if I add these together, I don't get anything, because 5x plus 10y is equal to 30, but I'm not able to eliminate, right, one of these unknowns. So I have to find another way to solve this. What I can do, I can multiply these two equations by some numbers. Okay, I can extend them to cancel one of these unknowns. So here, for example, if I multiply this equation by 2 and this one by minus 3, okay, you can do this as long as you apply this multiplication to both sides of the equation. Okay, don't forget that. So when I multiply this equation by 2, it's 6x plus 8y, and then here we will get minus 6x plus minus 6x minus 18y. So let's write them down here. So I have 6x plus, when I multiply 2 by 4y, it's 8y is equal to 2 times 10, it's 20, right? So here, minus 3 times 2x, it's minus 6x, minus 3 times plus 6y, it's minus 18y is equal to minus 3 times 20, it is minus 60. So as you can see here, we have 6x, we have minus 6x, we have plus 8y, and we have minus 18y. So when I multiply these numbers by these equations, I can cancel out these x unknown, I mean the one x, I can cancel these out and I can only get y, and after that, after finding y, I will go and put y here, one of these equations, and then I will be able to find x. So let's do this from here. So these will cancel out, plus 8y minus 18y, it's minus 10y, it's equal to 20 minus 60, it's minus 40. So these minus signs, they become plus when I change their sides, and from here I get y as 4. Okay, so after this step, what you do, you go and just put 4 instead of y in one of these equations. Let's do on this one. So from here, 3x y, I put 4 times 4, it's 16, right? Plus 16 is equal to 10. 3x is equal to, I put this 16 to other side, it becomes minus 10. Let me write 10 minus 16. So 3x is equal to minus 6. So from here I get x as minus 2. So for this question, our answer is minus 2, 4, right? Because this is the place of x and this is the place of y. So I found y as 4 and then x as minus 2. Our second method is substitution. So we substitute the y in the top equation with the expression for the second equation. What do I mean by that? Here, for example, we have y is equal to 2x plus 4 and we have y is equal to 3x plus 2. So here what I do in front of instead of this y, I put this expression here because it's the same. It's the both these both their y. So I put this expression instead of this y. So what I get from here, 2x plus 4 is equal to 3x plus 2. So I put on one side unknowns and on the other side the constants. So I get from here 4, I put this plus 2 here, it goes as minus 2 is equal to 3x minus, because this goes as minus 2x, and from here I found x as 2. Okay, so after that, to determine the y value, we insert our x value in any of these equations. Let's do this here. So our x is 2, so 2 times 2, it's 4. Okay, y is equal to 4 plus 4, and y is equal to 8. Okay, okay, let's look at the another example. Here we have y is equal to 4 minus 2x, and 2y plus x is equal to minus 1. So what can I do here? I can put this expression here instead of y, okay, because we already have the value of y here by the terms with x, right? And also we have x here, so I can use this expression here to get x, and then after that I will go and put this that value in one of these equations, and then I will get our y value. So let's do that. Instead of this y, I put this expression. We have 2, here we have 4 minus 2x plus x is equal to minus 1. And after that I distribute this by multiplying these, and from here we have 2 times 4, it's 8. 2 times minus 2x, it's minus 4x, plus x is equal to minus 1. And I put on one side the same variable, and the other side constants. So here I have, let me put this minus 1 here, it goes as plus, and here I have 8 plus 1, it's 9. This is minus 4x plus x, it's minus 3x. When I put this side, it goes as plus 3x. From here I found x as 3, right? And then after that I go and put this 3 instead of x in one of these equations. Let's do this here, and from here y is equal to 4 minus 2 times 3, it's 6. So I found y as 4 minus 6, it's minus 2. So our solution to this example is x is 3, y is minus 2. Okay, linear equations with n unknowns. So more generally, a linear equation with n unknowns is defined as this: a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus a3 x3 plus n xn is equal to p. So as long as these terms, okay, they have the highest degree as 1, they are linear. They are still linear. This is still a linear equation, but with n unknowns. So it can be like, for example, x plus y plus 3t plus 2z is equal to 2. Okay, this is a linear equation with 4 unknowns. So here this okay, let me go with this example. Here is x, y, t, and z. These are our unknowns, and these 2, 3, here we have 1, 1. These are our coefficients, and this 2 is our constant term. So let's look at this example. Here we have 7x minus 5y plus 3z is equal to 7, and here we have 3x minus 3y plus z is equal to 1, and x plus y plus z is asked. So actually we apply the same rules as we did before. Okay, you will try to find these expression out of these two equations. So you can add them together, you can subtract them together, or you can multiply one of them by some number, you know, to cancel some of them. So let's see this example. So here, when I add them together, I don't get this expression. When I subtract them, still I don't get anything. And after that, I see that if I multiply this equation by -2, okay, let's see what I get when I multiply this one by -2. So it's still 7x minus 5y plus 3z is equal to 7. Here when I multiply by -2, it is minus 6x, minus times minus, it becomes plus, it's 6y, minus 2 times plus z, it's minus 2z is equal to -2. So after this, when I add them up together, here 7x minus 6x, it's x, minus 5y plus 6y, it's plus y, plus 3z minus 2z, it's plus z, and this is all equal to 7 minus 2, it's 5. As you can see, I get answer what I needed actually here in x plus y plus z, right? So you always have to think, like, what if I multiply this by this? What if you know, I divide this by this? Like, you always have to think to get what is asked for. So this is the process you need to follow to get the right answer in this kind of questions. Let's continue with this example. Here we have 3x minus y plus z is equal to -10, x plus 2y minus z is equal to 0, 4x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to -16, and y is asked. So here we have 3 linear equations with 3 unknowns, right? So which means we can find these values. So let's do that. So here, first you need to leave one of these unknowns alone, and then after that you will try to find another one, and then the last part is to find the last unknown. So here when we look at these equations, if I sum up these two equations, okay, let's try it first. So let's sum these up. So this is x plus 4x, it's 5x, okay, plus 2y minus 2y, it's minus y, and minus z plus 2z, it's plus z, which is equal to -16, right? So when I add these up together, I got this equation. So I have also this equation here, right? 3x minus y plus z is equal to -10. You see, we have here minus y plus z, and also we have here minus y plus z. So I can just multiply this equation by -1, or you just subtract them, and I will be able to get my x. Okay, I will be able to find the value of x. So let's do that. I have here 5x minus 3x, it's 2x, So this is minus, right? Minus times minus, this will become plus, and this will become minus. So these will cancel out each other. So from here I will get 2x is equal to, this is minus 16, this is minus 1 times minus 10, that is plus 10, so minus 16 plus 10, it's minus 6, which is equal to, when I divide both sides by 2, I get x is equal to minus 3. You see, by doing this, I get my x value. So after finding x, let's see what can I do to find y or z. So here, when you look at these equations, here we have plus z and minus z, right? In these equations we have plus z, in these equations we have minus z. And we already know our value of x, we found it here. So if I add these two together, I can get my y value, right? Because these will cancel out each other. So let's do that. So here we have 3x plus x, which is equal to 4x. Here I have minus y plus 2y, it's plus y, plus z minus z, these will cancel out each other. And here we have minus 10 plus 0, which is equal to minus 10, right? So I know my value of x, which is equal to minus 3. So when I put this value instead of x, this is 4 times minus 3, it is minus 12, plus y is equal to minus 10. When I put this minus 12 to the other side, from here I will find my y, which is equal to minus 10 plus 12, which is equal to 2. So y is x, so y is equal to 2. To find z, you just go and put minus 3 instead of x and 2 instead of y in one of these three equations, and you will be able to find the value of z.